welcome everyone. I'm Glenda Dawson, and I have Moon Girl Sarah Garcia here with us, and we are the Paranormal Dolls. We can be seen at the Glenda's Magical Creations channel on the Conscious Awakening Network on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and a lot of other streaming platforms. We want to say thank you for continuing to follow us and emailing us and giving us your feedback. We love to hear about you and what you think about our show. We have today a very special couple, right, Sarah? Moon Girl? Yes.
Love
They are the Haunted Honeymooners. It's Sarah and Josh. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Doing well. Doing
Good.
well.
How are you?
Fantastic. The allergies a little bit, but otherwise doing really good.
And I gotta say, before you go on, I was really jamming out to that intro music.
Hey,
That was clutch. Liked it. I liked it a lot.
It's mysterious.
Speaking of music, Josh is a very talented artist, musician.
Very
We'll
good.
get into that. We'll get into that in a bit.
I dabble a bit.
Okay. So tell the audience about yourselves.
I'll let the pretty lady
Oh my
start.
gosh.
Oh, he's smart. He's smart.
Well, I'm Sarah Schultz, and we are the Haunted Honeymooners. So that name came from, I believe it was 2018. We went on our honeymoon, and we chose to go to the most haunted places in the U.S.
Not your typical
Couldn't hit
honeymoon.
all of them, but yeah, not your typical honeymoon. But we were.
Awesome to me, man. I'm all up for it.
It was incredible.
It was fun. We were out for a week, and we went to many places, starting with Villisca, Iowa, Villisca Axe Murder House, and then we went to Ashmore Estates, and
We're wearing the shirts.
We're wearing
is why I was
shirts.
pointing
yeah.
from our adventures. That's why.
We went many places, and we recorded everything. So all of our stops, we have videos on. We just got to get those together. And oh my gosh, it was an amazing road trip. Lots of experience. He was not, he didn't believe in it at all. He's like, no, that's not real. It's not real.
Mm-mm.
This honeymoon completely changed him.
A little bit. A little bit.
Dark side.
Yeah. So that's where the Haunted Honeymooners came from. I'm also an actor. I do cosplay.
Damn good one too.
I'm a mortuary science, well, no longer a student. I graduated.
Oh,
So
Congrats.
yeah. So I'm moving into the embalming world now. This is
some of her work here.
Nice.
Sort of art.
Very nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it for me. And we do have a online store called Great Dirt Clothing.
Ooh.
And Mort House Films, which is our production company. Make a lot of movies, a lot of indie scary flicks.
Well, like that.
Yeah.
Well, Dark Web Mystery Box is one of them. You can find on our YouTube channel, Mort House Films. That was actually filmed during COVID. So all the actors were at home, and we just stitched all of our scenes together and just made a movie. So that's one. And let's see, Witchcast. You guys might like that one. That's on our YouTube channel too. And we actually, I think, filmed that during lockdown.
Yeah, we
well.
did a couple full-length features while we were in lockdown. We kind of just linked up with some of the people we knew in the film community and said, hey, we're going to shoot at our house. You shoot at your house. Let's put something together. And it did pretty well. I mean, both of the releases. Witchcast, we actually streamed live on Halloween night on YouTube just to premiere it, which was cool. We just, released it for free, essentially. Got a bunch of people into that. So that was really fun.
Yeah. So lots of movies and mortuary stuff.
And most recently, we did a full-length behind-the-scenes feature for Dylan's New Nightmare, which is a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film. starring the original child from one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I think it was 3. Miko Hughes. He's a little boy from Pet Cemetery too.
Gage.
So yeah, it was really cool. We shot that. We shot that last year.
Every time I see that scene, I'm like, no. Like,
I laugh. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, so we just finished that up. We're going to be premiering that alongside with the fan film at Mad Monster coming up in July. July what? 7th. July 7th to the 9th. So yeah, bunch of stuff going on.
And so there's people in the audience that want to ask this question and cannot, so I'm going to. All right, Josh, what exactly did you experience to convince you?
Oh man, it was quick. It honestly was. I mean, we watch used to watch a lot of Ghost Adventures. I mean, we still do, when the new episodes come out. But all the ghost shows, the YouTube channels, we follow Sarah, we follow yourself as well. And it's just, when you see it on TV, there's certain things that happen that they're always over exaggerated for the most part. So you're like, is it real? Like, or did I just watch you like kick the door with your foot and then go, oh my God, what just happened? So I went into it thinking this is more just fun. Let's like kind of break the myth and let's go to some of the scariest places that we've seen on, some of these ghost shows and these YouTube channels. So we set up, basically the honeymoon was through 5 different states, starting in Iowa. We crossed through and went to a bunch of different places. And the first one was Villisca, the axe murder house in Villisca, Iowa. Right. And that definitely was the one that was like, holy shit. I don't know if we can cuss. I apologize. But okay. I figure like cable cuss words are okay. I'll stay away from the F-bombs, but that's where it is. Yeah.
We're just talking about probing, so I think it's fair for say whatever you want.
What a shitty subject, Oh, sorry.
So
I remember what we were talking about now. Villisca.
Your experience.
So we actually we met up with my buddy out there. He goes by the name of Crossworm, or Michael Werzer. He's also a film producer and director, because we wanted to have an additional camera because we thought that if something was going to happen, like we definitely wanted to catch it on tape. And just being filmmakers ourselves, like we wanted to document the whole trip anyway. Kind of break it down into different episodes and kind of a full series. So we met him out there, and just immediately, even just walking into the house, weird stuff started happening. Like my camera gimbal started spinning around by itself, which has never in the years that I've owned it ever happened. And so it was just little stuff like that at first, where it's like, okay, I just put brand new batteries in this. Why is it dead? Just the kind of the normal stuff you see, and you're like, all right, it's weird, kind of coincidental. But it didn't come until, the first time we went in there, Sarah sat down on the floor because we had seen that, there's a lot of kids in the house that were murdered just brutally, right? And so the story is that their spirits are still there. And, if you roll a ball to them, they'll grab the ball and kind of roll it back to you. And we did this on live too, which was pretty crazy. The first time we went into the house, it was light out. It was probably 2-3 in the afternoon. And Sarah sat down and was like, if there's anybody in the house, grab the ball and roll it back. And we're like, nothing's going to happen. She rolls it, and on cue, the ball just stops mid-floor. And we all look at each other. We're like, okay. And then it just starts to slowly roll back. And it comes towards me and goes in like the half circle and back to Sarah. And we're like, all right, we're going to go get lunch real quick, and they're going to come back. And yeah. So we did. We went out and got lunch, and we bought a couple extra toys from the only store in the entire town, and it was the gas station / restaurant. So that tells you anything about how small it was. But we went back and just kind of started our investigation. It was starting to get dark, and you want to tell them about the bee?
Oh yeah. So that's my favorite part. I told Moon Girl about the bee. So we actually got this on tape, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. So we got a bee, and downstairs, Lena and Ina
Yeah.
were the two young girls
good fucking memory.
downstairs.
Sorry, good freaking memory.
Those are the two young girls that stayed in the room downstairs because they say that the person who murdered the family started upstairs. And it's weird, which is kind of another thing to me that's weird. It's like, how did you not hear that and leave the house? But I don't know. So anyway, they were downstairs sharing a room, and that's the room that we were in.
Mhm.
So we were in like the main room, and then we moved to Lena and Ina's room, and I had the bee and I put it in, I believe I left it in the living room. So we were talking to Lena and Ina. It's super dark at this time. I'm thinking, I don't know, it's like 11 o'clock at night, maybe. It's super creepy. Hear the crickets. It's dark. There's no lights in there.
By the way, every like 15, 20 minutes, she's freaking out. I mean, like super emotionally reactive.
So
like,
emotional, like angry and happy and sad. And I'm just like, oh, what's wrong with me? Like,
I'm like, is this going to be the whole honeymoon? Because I don't know if I sign up for this. Like,
oh my gosh.
I want a divorce. No, just kidding.
annulment. Shit. It's already past a year. Damn it. No,
We did wait a year, but no, it was creepy because we had the video rolling, and Michael kept saying, "Wow, it feels like there's a coat on me. Like it's really hot right here. Like he was burning up, and he was turning red. And he's like, I can't do this. Like you need to go outside."
And I was just talking shit to him.
Yeah,
because I'm still at that point. Like, yeah, whatever, man. Just calm down. Like it's cold in here. I don't know what you're freaking out about.
he was. And Mike was like, no, like there's something here. So in the camera, you can see where the bee was. So when we go back into the room, I'm like, where's the bee? And then Michael's like, wait, where is the bee?
We skipped over we started. Let me cut you off. But we started in the living room. We had the bee on the floor, and this bee is like, remember those little cars you got to rev up, and then you set them down and it goes. So that's what the bee is. It's like a little rev up car. So we were trying to play with it, and nothing would happen with it. It wouldn't move. So we were in the living room, and we decided like, okay, nothing really is happening in here. So then we moved to the other room, but we still had all of our stationary cameras set up.
Right.
So when we moved to the other room, you can still see the bee is sitting there. And before we go out of the bedroom back into the living room to then move the cameras, you see the shadow go past the bee, and the bee disappears.
Oh.
And it's like right there on camera. You got to zoom in, but it's right there. And it was like, at that moment, we were like, okay, there's no way, like no way at all. This is freaking weird.
I know. He's all, oh, well, this could have happened or this could have happened. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, there's no one here with us. Like, something physically moved it out. And really? Like, he was just like, no, this could have happened. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that was crazy. That was my favorite. Velasquez's my favorite house, ever. That's my favorite place to go visit. And Johnny's awesome. Johnny Hauser, he lives next door and he owns the house. And he was very welcoming. He gave us a lot of information, and then we became good friends with him. So
he's a solid dude with a nice big beard. I really like him.
That's how they bonded.
I like that guy.
You like touch each other's beards and stuff.
I mean, it's I don't know what rating this show is, but we might have tangled them, intertwined them at one point, but. He's like,
I hope you got that on camera, Sarah.
that's for the OnlyFans, okay? Subscription based only. Sorry. I think the craziest part about that bee though is when we went into the other room, the way that we had saw it initially before we saw the footage afterwards was we went out into the living room to grab the bee and it wasn't there. And so that's why I was like, well, maybe we were pulling the cable and it hit the bee and it knocked it under the couch. So she went outside. She's like, I'm not going to be in here at all. This is fucking weird. And so me and Michael, we were searching under the couches, under the wood fireplace, like any corner we could, trying to find this thing in every room, including the kitchen, on the porch, and it was nowhere. So we went outside to kind of hang out with her for a minute, comfort her while she calmed down. We went back in, walked into the bedroom, and the bee was sitting there perfectly center of the carpet, like the little rug that was in there. And that's when I was like, all right, who did it? Who put the bee back in here? Like, who came in? You know, we're all like, oh shit. And then from there, we started hearing like crying upstairs. They have bells on the handles of the doors, and the bells started ringing. Door slammed shut. I mean, it got super intense to where we had to leave at like 3:30 in the morning.
Well, they went upstairs to go put money on the bed because people left like money and stuff for the kids. And I was downstairs, and I had a really nice crystal necklace on. And then I thought, oh no, they can attach themselves to this necklace, the evil spirits. I got to leave it. So I left it in Lena and Ina's room and put it in the drawer. And I just left the door kind of half open, and they were upstairs. I was standing at the kitchen door ready to dash out because I took a lot of breaks. I cried a lot. I was angry. I was like, why were they killed? Like, I looked like a crazy person. Like, it was ridiculous. And it was so crazy. And then they're upstairs, and then you hear knocks. You're the 3 knocks. And then I hear the door close in Lena Ina's room, and I was screaming for it. I was like, I'm leaving. Come downstairs. And they're like, what's going on? And I'm just like, I'm out. And I just left. And I was very disappointed because the night was almost over. And then I could have sworn he was possessed as we were driving to the hotel.
That was fun for the next 2 hours of the drive back to the hotel.
Staring at him. Oh my God, sorry. Yeah, I was literally just staring at him like, you're possessed. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I feel like you're possessed. Like, it was so ridiculous. But I think at that point, he's like, yeah, I believe in spirits.
Yeah, it's undeniable when you see it firsthand, and it's not just a secondhand account. You know, it's like we've all got friends that have experienced things or seen things, and you're just like, really? You know, like, all right, you know, I believe it if it happened. And then when it happens to you, you're like, all right, now I feel like a dick because obviously this stuff does happen, and it's pretty legit, and it's kind of scary when it does happen. So,
Yeah.
you know, definitely changed my perception for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, I just had to ask because that was, you know, you went on this honeymoon, and all of a sudden you came back a completely changed man.
Yeah. Yeah. Possession and all.
Possession and all. There you go.
Now, they actually investigated with me. I was doing an event with our good friend Todd, a mutual friend of ours. He had just wrapped up Ghost Adventures, so he invited me, and then me and Patty and Avery were going to do an event there. And Sarah and Josh came, and we had a whole seance, and we did some investigations there and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Well,
it was.
Yeah, that's actually how we met. So that was a fun stuff, I think.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of it? Was it the seance?
Yeah, the whole thing was awesome. You know, we actually investigated, you know, Todd's home before. So, you know, we became friends with him after his Ghost Adventures, you know, release of his episode. Right. We were like, holy crap, this isn't our backyard. Like, we got to find this guy. And randomly commented on a post that Ghost Adventures had made. And Todd responded, and he's like, hey, that's my house. And I was like, hey, what's up, buddy? You know, we started talking, and we've investigated it before and saw some stuff happen. And then when we met up with you guys, you know, not only was it cool to finally meet you guys face to face and get to, you know, somewhat work with you guys in that capacity, but it was also awesome to just see like the level of activity increase when like more people that were seasoned and knew what they were doing and, you know, knew how to kind of draw those things out, just to kind of see how that worked. Was really awesome. I mean, between yourself and Patty, it was really interesting. It was really fun.
Yes.
And then I slept in the haunted room all night long.
Oh, that's right.
Like a baby too, I'm sure.
You know what? I had the camera on me for a while. I heard some things, but I was so tired from the flight, from going over that. Honestly, I didn't even care about ghosts. Because I'm going to bed. That's it. Just, you know,
I'm out.
I'm out later. Whatever's on camera is on camera. We'll wait tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, we investigated pretty late.
Todd, he's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, let us go investigate his house.
Yeah, super awesome. We're so thankful to met you guys there too, because it's been a great friendship since. And, you know, I know we're going to be hopefully doing some stuff again here soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Um, yes, it is good experience, like you said, because the more people, the more energy, whether it's just people who never done it or whatever, there's more energy. So
Hmm.
it increases their energy. We actually feed them to be able to then show themselves easier or move things easier and all that. So it's I
Yeah.
love when that happens. I love when that happens. So tell us more, because I know there's more.
What about the other places you went to go visit on the honeymoon, on the haunted honeymoon?
Ooh,
Ashmore Estates.
yeah. Let's talk about that one.
On the way there, it started storming, and it was just pouring. And I'm like, oh, this is the night that we die, for sure.
Are you guys familiar with that location at all?
I'm on the story, and then she's like, and that's the night we're gonna die. I'm like,
I know. I'm like, wow. Okay.
She's dramatic sometimes. That's imagine.
let her.
Yeah,
Let her
yeah.
be dramatic.
Imagine it be 2 a.m. and you're in a building by yourself, and she turns a corner and screams at the top of her lungs because a butterfly came through.
No,
So yeah.
a bat. No, it was a bat.
That was a good one. Are you guys familiar with the location at all?
With Ashmore
I haven't
Estates.
gone yet.
I have not gone yet. No.
So it's I mean, you just kind of picture it. It used to be what's called a poor farm, where they would like send people to work off debts and that type of thing. But it's maybe a 3 to 4 story building, literally just plopped down in the middle of a cornfield in nowhere, Iowa. Is it Iowa, right?
No, Illinois.
Oh yeah, it's right over the border in Illinois.
Yeah.
So just like you see it, and it's just this picturesque, like nothing but cornfields behind it and like clouds and stuff. So we pull up and it's storming, and you're like, oh shit, it's a little bit ominous. Like it was pretty crazy, but you could tell.
No, it was. I mean, yeah. When we pulled up, I was like, "Oh my god, should we do this?" And I don't know if we should do this.
Like I didn't drive 4 hours to go back to the hotel. It's like we're doing it.
Well, obviously we did it. We went in there. We met Hannah, which rest in peace. She did pass away a few years ago. She was our tour guide.
Super sweet. She's really
Very
awesome.
sweet, very knowledgeable. She was with us the whole time. Towards the end, she did let us go out on our own, which I was like, ooh, I don't know. I didn't get very far. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was scared. I'm like, ooh, I don't know about this.
We got up the stairs. Let's put it that way. And she said, no. I want her to come with.
I was like, Hannah, come with us. But it was a very large building, and with it raining, just kind of added onto it because the rain was coming through the roof.
Yeah.
So we're getting rained on, and I'm like, that's fine. But the creepy man around the corner, might pop up because there was a really tall guy that lived there at one point, and he passed away. But they say you can still see him, and they actually have images of him on their walls. But he was like known as being a gentle giant, and all the kids loved him. And but I mean, there were some sinister things that happened there too, And then, so to be honest with you, I watched the Ghost Adventures episode of Ashmore, and it was not what they said it was. They made it sound evil and just deviant, and oh my god, you're gonna get thrown against the walls, and it's not like that at all. It's a calm vibe, but there's a lot of sadness there. Right. But there were 2 twins that lived there, and they passed away there. We went to their bedroom, and we tried to connect with them, and they really liked Josh a lot, and they touched his head, and he kept feeling that. He kept doing this, like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And Hannah's like, oh, they love gentlemen. And I'm like, oh, they like you. So they're touching your head.
I thought I was like walking through a spider web or something, and something kept like tapping my head. I was like, all right, stop, Sarah. And at that point, she was on the other side of the room, and I was like, all right.
What do you mean?
Yeah. And Hannah comes around the corner. She's like, oh, are you getting touched on your head? It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's the twins. And then, of course, you get that rush over your body, kind of the chills, and you're like, oh, God, this is cool. It's so cool. Yeah, that place was it was massive, and each floor felt different. You know, it really did have a different kind of vibe, and there were little pockets where you would go and you just felt like, okay, there are some things that happen here. Like there's definitely just some negative presence or kind of entity, or just a negative event that happened and just kind of still permeates, right? Like it was definitely very, very intense for sure.
Yeah, and I know they're doing tours actually like overnight. I saw on Facebook. I think it's like $500 to do an overnight. I don't know how many people though. And I know at Halloween they do a haunted house there, so they have a lot of
scary as shit.
Yeah,
a haunted house and a real haunted house. It was like what?
I know. I was like, oh my god! And we signed the wall downstairs.
Yeah.
So she's like, sign the wall, and I was like, okay. But it was fun. I loved it. And then we went to Missouri State Penitentiary.
Yeah, Missouri State Penitentiary was really cool. You saw the gas chamber, and I was like, let's sit in it and take a photo. And everybody there is staring at us, and they're like, why are you sitting in there? We're like, because it's open. Why wouldn't you sit in there?
That was great.
That place definitely gave you in the jail, when you kind of go underground in the jail, it's just a very sinister feeling over there. We didn't really have anything happen to us there, but it was just kind of the vibe, really. I think Ashmore and Villisca were our two kind of hot spots. We were like, wow, this definitely hits.
Yeah, Villisca was my favorite.
Go again to another like location? Would you ever want to go ghost hunting again, or did you have your?
We continue to. We do quite a bit. I mean, actually, we for our wedding anniversary, I rented out the Marilyn Monroe suite at the Hotel San Carlos in Phoenix, which is dubbed like the most haunted hotel in Arizona. But every hotel says that, so maybe top 4 from where we've stayed at. But yeah, we just did that actually last weekend, which was really cool. And Sarah was in the room.
Yes.
You what? I'm sorry.
Anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Lucky number 6.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
there you go. Good number.
Yeah, but we that one was really cool. It's a really fun atmosphere, and like really cool to see all the original like furniture in there. Like I was taking a story, and I was like, Marilyn Monroe did her business here, because it's the original toilet too, and yeah, that was cool. I didn't really experience anything too much, but when I went out to move our vehicle after we had loaded everything in the hotel room, I walked out, and immediately Sarah was like calling me. She's like, oh, nope, I'm not staying in there by myself. I heard the lady in the next room go, hey there. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I left the key card in the room, and I'm out in the hallway. I was like, all right.
I waited in the hall for him to come back. I was just like looking around, and I opened up like where the TV is. I opened that case up, and then I heard a hey there from the next room, because it was 2 rooms. Like here's where she slept, and here's where she kind of hung out. And I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh snap. I'm all looking around, and I'm like,
I already broke that one.
I know, sorry. Yeah, and so I was like, I can't. No, it's too early. We just got here. So I went out in the hallway and just waited. So in the hallway, they have photos of Marilyn Monroe's movies everywhere, and on the door it says Marilyn Monroe Suite. And they, the door to the pool was right there, because she didn't want to draw attention, so she would go swim like early morning hours, and she could just go right out that door. Right. So that was really cool that was right there. And then a girl also jumped off the penthouse suite roof back. I can't remember. I think it was like in the 20s or something. Yeah, she was from Los Angeles, very rich but very sick, and she came to Hotel San Carlos. She planned it all out, and she jumped off, and they say she's a guest that never left, and you can still see her and hear her. I didn't experience anything with her, I don't think. There was a moment when we went to bed, and the door opened in the next room, and we both just looked at each other, and you could hear it was slowly opening, and he's like, that's the door. I'm like, it is the door. And I'm like,
I'm going back to bed.
Yeah.
You deal with it.
I double checked. I'm like, all the doors are locked and they're shut. And I'm like, what is going on? So we experienced that too, but it wasn't like crazy activity. Oh, and then I just remember this. When he was giving me my anniversary present, there's 2 bathrooms. The room that we were in,
Oh yeah.
the water faucet turned on.
Hmm.
And I'm like, after he gave me my gift, and I'm like, oh my God, I was crying. I'm like, oh, I love my present. And then he's like, oh, the water's on. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. And so those were our experiences there.
Because you were crying, they wanted to match your energy.
I guess. I guess. But it was fun. It was a fun experience. And then we go to Jerome, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun
Love
place.
Jerome.
Yeah.
I love the hamburger place, the Ghost Burgers. That was a lot of fun.
Haunted Hamburger.
Yeah, the haunted hamburger. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
The Ghost
Fire. I go there every time we pass through.
I know.
Yeah.
I love that place. I love Jerome. It's fun.
We have a lot of old Western towns that are haunted, like Goldfield and Bisbee and Tombstone, which all have some really great locations. And we've investigated a lot of those too.
Yeah. The Birdcage Theater.
Birdcage was really cool.
Yeah. That's lots of fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
We went over there, me and Patty and some other people. We tried to go investigate that big haunted hotel that's on the hill.
The Grand Hotel.
Right hotel.
They totally cock blocked us. They wouldn't let us do it. Sorry, they didn't let us go.
Really?
And we're like, no,
yeah.
no. And yeah, we're trying to we snuck in there, but they wouldn't let us.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
time,
it's always sold out. You usually got to book like a couple months in advance. And we did that one for my birthday, and I had a really weird like reaction and started getting like this crazy headache, and my ear was hurting like while we were trying to investigate, to the point where like it ruined like our whole weekend. It was just like really bad. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like a health thing, hopefully not, or what, what it was, but yeah, it was wild, man. We've done that one twice.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed there once, then we did like a little walk around thing in there, another time. But they're very very stingy with their property.
Yeah.
Now, I love your background. Can you tell us a little bit about your background? Because I know it has a very special meaning to you guys. So if you'd like to share that.
It's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. Yep. This is just we're filmmakers as well. We're super into horror, indie horror, kind of underground stuff, and a lot of this is just people that we've met, people we've worked with, people we're fans of. So just photos we've taken with them, autographs. Got some of our cool ghost hunting equipment. Actually, what I was telling you guys before we went live is one of my really, really good friends passed away a few years back, and we had some of his ashes, and they just kind of been in a box for a long time. And, it's not something you really want to take out or deal with or look at, and go, hey, what can we do with these? So they just kind of, sit in a closet for a while. And as a gift, Sarah actually had gotten like a keepsake and put some of those ashes in it for me and hung it on a picture that he drew. And today I was just kind of staging a couple things, for this, and just thought I would throw some ghost equipment up there and put my EMF next to the necklace, and it just hasn't stopped going off since then, which has been pretty crazy because you take it away like it's. So yeah. kind of wild. Kind of wild. So yeah, just kind of a bunch of stuff, and then we've got our. Kind of our, what do you call that?
Oddities?
No, what would that thing be called? The blanket, when you have somebody's like essence on a blanket or a sheet.
Sid Haig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So Sid Haig married us in 2017 at Mad Monster Convention in Arizona, and he is well known as Captain Spaulding and Professor Jackson House of Corpses. He's been in several films, though. So our friends who actually own the convention as a present gave us his handkerchief after, I think this is after our wedding, actually, because he was in full-blown Captain Spaulding uniform. He wiped his face off with his handkerchief, and it was given to us. So we have his face up here, and that's very valuable to us and means so much. But yeah, so we have a lot of energy in our home.
Yeah, we've got like a letter from Richard Ramirez up there.
Yeah, we do.
Lots of crime scene evidence. Yeah.
Charles Manson, we have a lock of his hair in a case.
Post mortem, so it's definitely got some little energy to it.
Yeah, we got a lot of things.
You guys have a YouTube and you talk about that. You want to tell us a little bit about your YouTube with the serial killers and true crime? Because I know you guys are true crime fans like me. So you all want to jump into that?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think we've been into true crime for quite some time, and we got really into it when I found out that you could buy some things from some of these like killers and scenes. It was like a collector thing, right? It's like when you start collecting something, you're like, oh, I want to get the coolest stuff I can, the most rare stuff I can. And we would get a lot of shit from people that were like, why do you want to collect this? These people are horrible, they're monsters. Or like, exactly. I mean, it's interesting to us to have something that has that kind of energy to it, and like how that stays attached to it. And like, it's another thing, like, is it true? Are these just like weird little things that don't hold anything, or is it stuff that can like literally knock things off of our wall, in the middle of the night? Like it's pretty wild. So we got into collecting that. We started doing unboxing videos for some of the more prevalent murderabilia like sellers, I guess you'd call them, distributors. So yeah, you can see all that on our YouTube channel on the Haunted Honeymooners, and also on our Morehouse Films page as well. We've got a lot of that stuff, and we try to make it fun and show you the items and tell a little bit of story about it, and then if we can kind of feel anything from it, or give our thoughts on it, that kind of stuff.
I've seen some of your YouTube videos where you're doing that, and I loved it. Thought it was great. You guys did a great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
And Josh, you're also a musician. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. I haven't really been into the music scene as of a couple of years ago, really. I've done some soundtrack work, some custom songs for some films, and different commercial work as well. But yeah, I do underground hip hop, and I kind of lean more towards the horror side of things, and kind of telling things from the killer's point of view, and making it nice and spooky and creepy, and but still have a nice melody or beat to it, so you can remember the words and sing along in your car while nobody's around. Yeah.
Kind of be yourself, but
Exactly. Yeah. I think we really love the art of storytelling. I think in kind of any medium. We've got our production company. We love to ghost hunt. I do my 9 to 5. I do film production and commercial production. I'm a director and also a camera operator. So I think just kind of being able to tell a story through any medium is fun to us. So kind of moving back and forth between music and movies and graphic design and photography and modeling and acting is just something that's been really fun for us, and I think kind of kept it happy, kept it not stagnant or stale.
Yeah,
the next years that come along and more.
Yeah,
there you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the good part about it is that, like you said, it's different mediums, it's different tools, right? Because you may go ghost investigations, and the feel, you could pick it up even in a camera, because once you see that picture and the person's reaction, natural reaction to all that, you can really walk through it. And if you could add like scary sound to that, oh, I could see that.
Oh yeah.
Turn Brenda into a fan. She's gonna go watch too now.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we would love that.
Oh Lord. I have watched a few, but it's like, oh, this is good. I love it. Because I grew up playing piano and
awesome.
music and all that, and I actually was a solo pianist in New York for a while.
Oh, so cool.
Wow.
So I, like music to me is just, I could see why you would use music in horror movies and suspense and all that, because it's like, oh, the anticipation.
Yeah. It really is. I mean, audio, music, sound effects is really almost 80 to 90% of what you're watching, right? Like you can have this beautiful image, this great composition of a shot, and if your sound is horrible or you pick the wrong song that doesn't fit the moment, I mean, you can really kill the shot. So
Yeah.
it's really wild how important music is. I mean, really in all aspects of entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I grew up playing the stupid clarinet, and that was horrible. I was like Squidward and SpongeBob. It was terrible. It was terrible.
I bet you were good. You're just not giving
No,
yourself
I
credit.
was like always last chair, and I was like,
I'm here. I'm doing the thing.
almost Squidward, dude. Like exactly the same. I was like, terrible.
I got a total visual right now of you just playing it. Fully blue.
Thrown in
Squidward.
there. And I'm like, this noise, F this noise. I knew how to play a mad twinkle, twinkle, little star.
I bet. Happy birthday to you. How about that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think it was just
Same
twinkle,
chords.
twinkle. That was it.
Oh. That's
classic.
also ABC, the ABC song. So you got two songs right there,
Yeah.
technically.
So needless to say, I did not pursue that avenue, but
Yeah.
my talents lie elsewhere.
Have you ever thought about like busting it out at an investigation just to see like if it, you know what I mean? If you're in like an old school like band room or something, it's abandoned,
Oh
just
my God, that'd
just
be
taking it
amazing.
out.
Yeah,
That's a good
that would be
idea.
great.
I might do something like that.
Hell
now.
yeah.
You should.
They'd be like, stop, please, lady. Be quiet.
Doors just start slamming, things flying off the wall at you.
You will feel them taking it away from her and shooting it.
Strings keep popping on it. Oh, there's no strings on a clarinet. That's the blow one. Right.
Yes.
Holes start plugging up. I don't know what you would say.
The keys go flying.
There you go. Yeah.
So yeah, that was horrible, and so yeah, never again. Never.
Never again.
Like I'm gonna go be a medium and a ghost investigator. F you, clarinet. You know?
Oh, that's so funny.
Horrible.
Oh Lord. So now I have to ask, every anniversary you guys go to a special haunted place?
Hasn't been everyone, but a lot of them.
The one before last weekend, we went to, it was like a jail, right?
Oh
Up
yeah,
north
yeah. The
with
Aho
AZ
jail.
Ghost. Yeah, with AZ Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
We went up there. That was fun. That was an overnight, I think, right?
Yeah, that one was really cool. The only thing that throws me off about group investigations, though, is it's really hard for you to actually focus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we'll find a spot where we're like, oh, this feels really cool. You know, I feel like we can get something here. And you're like, what was that? Oh, shit, that was Cheryl. God, she's so loud. Like, you know, it's like, be quiet over there. Like, everybody calm down. So, you know, sometimes I think those, you know, we love the group investigations for like touring and like finding out information about what happened and stuff. But it was really fun.
Yeah.
But one of the ladies was a little loud, so it was
That's true. And then we went to the domes before
a
that,
couple times. Yeah.
and they closed down, and that was like super satanic. There were like teenagers trying to come onto the property while our group was there, trying to sneak by
Yeah.
with alcohol and crosses.
Oh,
And I'm like, and they got called out real quick. Like, you're not supposed to be here. And that was with
I'd have let them. Shit stirred up. Let's go.
it was before the investigation. That was with our friend Amy's group.
Yeah. Yeah. Amy used to run AZ Ghost Adventures, and then she had left, and I think sold the company to another lady, Rita, I believe.
Yeah, Rita.
And super awesome, really, really great people that run the company now. And then Amy came back, and now she's doing, I think, Wicked City Ghost Tours. Really awesome tours. So if anybody in Arizona is listening, check out both of those companies. They're really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now I have to go when I go
Yeah.
to Arizona.
yeah.
Dude, come out.
Yes.
We'll all do a big investigation, and we'll just rent it out so it's just us, you know?
Yeah, we'll film it and put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll
Yeah.
be fun.
So can I ask you guys a question? Can I turn the tables real quick? What was your one moment that changed everything for you, that kind of made you realize or made you feel like, oh, this is all real?
Well, I was born a medium, so I've been seeing things since I was a kid. So a lot of the sleep paralysis,
Oh,
and
wow.
that's kind of since I was a kid. But usually my parents would tell me, "No, you're dreaming." So I'd be like, "I guess I was dreaming." Until you get a little bit older, and I'm like, "This cannot be a damn dream." You know, I have something
Oh, yeah.
hovering over me. I can't move. Like, how many damn dreams of this am I gonna have?
And
Oh, man.
and for me, I'm a generational medium. So I was born, I was already seeing and talking to my friends.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. My mother, the only thing was my mother kept saying, "You gotta come to me because your father might not handle that well."
Oh,
And he finally changed his mind when my mother passed away, and he was seeing her at the house.
oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
then,
so wild.
he was like apologizing to me, like, "And now I understand. I
Yeah.
understand." I'm like, "Well, at least you did it. Before you pass away, you changed. That's all I can."
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like,
It's hard. It really is hard to accept that until you see it yourself or you experience something. It's like,
mhm.
after forever, it was like, whatever. She's like, I swear the thing just moved on the table. And I was like, all right, the AC just turned on. It's like, it's not that powerful enough to blow things off the table. But, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. But
My parents never believed me either, and
really,
like being Hispanic, the majority of them were like, Catholic and stuff. So
yeah.
when I was in school, they really weren't that practicing. Okay, they just, they would just say whatever.
Yeah.
Let's be real here, Grandma. You went to a card reader. I saw you. Anyway, one of my other grandmas. But anyways, so one day I kept telling them about this big demonic shadow that kept like lunging at me all the time. That was always in my room. They wouldn't believe me. I was in school one day, and it's like, the middle of the day, my mom and grandma are going to go attempt to put clean laundry in my room. It's a daytime. This huge black shadow started coming to them towards it, was like lunging at them. And
Oh,
they
wow.
freaked out. They dropped all the clothes. My grandma, again, being very Catholic, she used her chi-chi as a purse. She's a fan. She always had a little bottle of like holy water. She pulled that shit out. She's like, then they never questioned me again. But they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. And you keep like forcing me to go in that room every night. And I'm all like, no, I'm scared. So yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
Anymore. They're like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Live with this.
Live with this now. See what you did.
Live with the guilt.
Yeah. So one more question for you, because this is something I've been looking for us, like just looking for something for us to go out do, out of state, a cool event coming up. And I saw that, what's his name? Tony Spira, who is like heir to the Warrens estate, is holding like a convention where they're bringing all the stuff from the museum, right? The Warrens' personal home, to have a bunch of people there to like see it in person. What do you guys feel about that? Do you think that's kind of dangerous to kind of put that type of stuff out there, especially when like probably thousands of people are going to be seeing it?
I think it's more dangerous.
I want to go to the museum. Yes.
What'd you say?
I said, do I think it's dangerous to have all that stuff out there? Yeah, but I mean, I think that I would still want to go explore the museum, but I don't think that it could be completely open to. It might be dangerous for some people. Some people are, I want to say, they may be a little bit weak in a sense. You know what I'm trying to say? That might that might affect them a little bit more than other more experienced people.
Mm-hmm.
I would be more afraid of people stealing.
Yeah. Yeah. They've done this before, and they've got like armed guards out there. Like you're not allowed to take photos. Yeah, that's pretty well.
The museum, like the Zach's Museum, I mean, it's filled with haunted stuff, and people go. I went. I liked it.
We did the
flashlight tour.
Yeah, that was a whole nother level of creepy for sure. Have you done that one?
Which one?
No.
So they do a flashlight tour where it's at like 10 o'clock at night. They cut all the electricity and they just give you a flashlight and you have free roam for, it was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's fun.
that was intense. We definitely got some feelings in there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Are you able to take
Yeah.
pictures
I
when
wanna
you're
do that.
going through it, or?
No, they lock that down pretty heavy. They'll kick you out if they see you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, we've tried. We definitely have tried, but they're it's covered wall to wall with cameras, you know, and we don't want to
That's
piss
true.
anybody off.
well, I'm sure those cameras pick up a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
sure.
Definitely.
We were so one of the areas that they typically rope off and don't allow people into is the basement downstairs, where historically in the home it used to be like a cult used to live there, and they would do satanic rituals in the basement.
Patty went down there.
Yeah, Patty went
Really?
down there for an episode.
Well, I
Mm.
wasn't in the episode, but I went down there with
Yeah.
Patty.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I'm sure your tour is probably a little bit different with Patty too. They were like, sure, wherever you guys want to go, come on. But for us common folk, they're like, you got to pay $200 a ticket if you want to see that. But we went down there and sat in the dark, and that was pretty crazy because we just sat, pitch black in the middle of there, and you just could definitely feel something.
They had the voice box there too, so you would hear
Yeah.
like, and it sounded really creepy. Those voices were pretty deep, and they sounded
Yeah.
they sounded scary. They sounded
Yeah. What did you feel anything around the Dybbuk box?
Honestly, where I felt more was I forgot the name of the doll. Was it Betty? No, I can't remember her name.
Oh, I know.
That one, and
Peggy.
also
Peggy the doll, right?
Peggy the doll. Yes, that's where I felt the most. I also felt where the decapitated head was, the man, and also where what was it called? I forgot to, like the boat where the lady, like where she mysteriously died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where I felt it the most. And the Al Capone room, I know everybody should be like, or they were saying it felt weird, but to me, I didn't feel anything ugly there.
Yeah.
To be honest. And then in the room where was it? Dr. Death, what's his name? Forgot his name.
Dr. Kevorkian.
Yes. The van. I taking the van, and I felt a lot of energy from the van. I didn't feel like craziness, but you felt the intensity. And for a minute, me and one of these other girls, we thought we saw that little dummy, like, kind of take a breath.
I'm out.
Okay. So those were my experience, the more memorable ones for me there at the.
What'd you think about the Bob Bordella room with the torture bed that was like just covered in blood, and they had all the torture weapons everywhere?
That's the Bunny Ranch man?
No. So they called him the Kansas City Butcher. His name was Robert Bordella.
I don't remember.
But he would he had a quick lesson on him. He would take gay men home from the bar. He would tie them to the bed, and then he would make artwork out of them using like knives and syringes, and would basically torture them to death on this one bed. And the sixth person he went to do that to got out of the bed, jumped out the window, turned him in, and that's how he got caught. But they have the full bed at Zach's museum, and it's covered.
The bed. I remember seeing the bed from the Bunny Ranch man, but I don't remember seeing that bed. But I know they change up a lot.
Yeah.
So I just remember seeing that one bed from the Bunny man. The Bunny Ranch man or whatever. But not that one. I don't remember seeing.
It's crazy. We have a piece of the bed actually.
Yeah, they probably keep getting new pieces. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Zach's quite the collector for sure.
I got to take a picture with the sign at the Cecil Hotel before he took it, so I felt really good.
Oh, he took the sign from it?
Yeah, he took the sign. He took the Cecil sign. Yeah. I don't know if he still has it, but he took it. So right before he took it, we're able to like mess around with it. So of course I was like Vogue, Vogue, Vogue.
Oh, heck yeah. Did you investigate the Cecil Hotel at all?
No, I wish. We went outside of it, but they don't let you go in, unless you live there. But I'm like, can I just bribe somebody to pull like a 20 of the, the cheaper? Like,
yeah, that didn't work.
I
No.
But I am down as F to be there. I'm down as F to sleep there alone. I don't care. Like I'm all
Yeah.
up for it. You know, you don't let me.
Yeah.
I'll go sleep in another catacomb then, huh? No.
Yeah. We actually, our buddies own a horror store that's out here called Terror Trader.
Uh-huh.
And they have a new oddities room in there that's got a lot of different like skulls, fragments, fetuses. I mean, what do you call them? The Odd Fellows, skeletons. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff in there. And they've been talking about somebody coming and like spending the night in there. Maybe we should talk to them about getting you guys out here. We could all do something.
I'm down. I'm so
Yeah.
down.
That would be dope because
Yeah.
that'd be big for them, and then it would be really cool to see kind of what goes on. Because
Where exactly is he? So
Chandler, Arizona.
That's where I took my graduation photos.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super dope. And we were taking the photo.
No.
Yeah. We were actually taking the photos, and my photo light, my flash, started just like going down on my stand, which has never happened before. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but they apparently don't want us in here taking photos. So we kind of wrapped up quickly and got what we could and then took off because it was a little creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have about 4 minutes left. Anything that we haven't discussed that you want to tell the
Where
audience?
can we find you?
Yeah, where can we find you?
Too many places. Should be a lot less, honestly.
And then I'll list the rest in the description.
All right. Yes, you can find our film production work, Morehouse Films YouTube page, or morehousefilms.com. We've also got our web store, gravedirtclothing.com. That's going to have all kinds of different clothes. We've got stuff for the horror nerds. We've got stuff for paranormal peoples. We've got things for last responders, kind of all the things you could think of. Then we've got our Haunted Honeymooners YouTube channel. We've got our social media pages. Sarah's got a lot of stuff. She's hot. She models. She puts up pictures and sells them. So you guys should buy them.
All right.
My gosh.
Hold on. Here we go. Shameless plug right here. Here's one that we just did.
Love it.
Yes. So this is House of a Thousand Corpses is one of our favorite movies we watched together when we started dating. So it's kind of always been one of our things together. And this we did in homage to the scene where Baby comes out and dances and sings to everybody on stage. So available on gravedirtclothing.com.
Okay, there you go.
Autographed. And she'll sign it in blood.
Nice.
Not hers, but we'll find someone. It's fine.
You should sign here with your finger.
You can clone her for only $14.99.
There you go.
Great. You have free shipping.
All right. Thank you very much. It was
Thank
great
you, guys.
having
Thank you.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up.
Come back. Tell us more about
Yes.
projects and where you come, where you go, because we really want to hear if you continue to go out to haunted places on your anniversaries.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you, ladies.
lovely-
Appreciate it.
Lovely moon girl. See you later. Blessings and love you all. Bye.